This right here is the magnetic stud finder, which was sent to me at no charge for this review. And when I was offered the opportunity to review a magnetic stud finder, I thought, how in the world can a stud finder be magnetized to find a stud? And I'll show you how that works here in just a minute. But first, I wanted to show you the back side of this. It has two strong earth magnets. Now, those earth magnets are not necessarily going to detect the wood stud itself. What it's going to find are the screws that are in the wall. So we are down here in my basement and we have some unfinished sheetrock right now. So I can show you just how this works and how you could use it in your next construction projects. So first off, you're going to take your stud finder and you're going to move it around your wall. And you're going to notice that it's not going to find the stud, but what it's going to find is the screw. And so once you find a screw behind that sheetrock, then you're going to be able to hang that. And you're also going to be able to turn on the laser light, and that laser light is going to give you a beam down your wall so that you can put in the rest of your screws on your 8-foot sheetrock. Now, what this is going to eliminate is a chalk line, or it's going to eliminate a pencil line like what I have right here on all of my studs. So that's how that's going to work. And this can go upright or it can point down, whatever is best for, whatever's easiest for you. There's also two bubble levels in there so that you can do it vertical and so that you can do it horizontal. So if you were doing horizontal, like you were hanging shelves or you're hanging pictures or windows or things of that nature, they give you some of these push pins right here that are just going to go right into the sheetrock. And then you're going to hang on this hole right here. And it's going to slip right through just like that. And if you were doing pictures or what have you, then you're going to have a bubble level here, and then you can put another push pin right underneath that to hold that, so you can work on the other side of the room and get those pictures all lined up. You can get your screws all lined up, whatever you need to do to have a level all the way across your room. Now, if you did not want to use these push pins, they do give you some pieces of adhesive here that you could use, that you could put on the back side of the device itself. Now, what I did also want to show you was a typical stud finder. This, as I said, is going to detect all of your screws, is what it's going to detect. Now, a typical stud finder is going to find the stud itself. And so that's what that's going to look like. Now, this is called an edge finder. So that's one edge of my 2x4. And then if I come from the other side, there's my other edge. And then I just put a mark in the middle, and that's going to be where my stud is. So super nice little handy device here. And these are just like little thumbtacks. And so they're not going to make much of a hole there in your sheetrock. If you use to paint over that, or if you just leave that, you'll probably never see that hole in the wall. So if you're looking for an interesting stud finder, it's small, it's convenient, it's lightweight. It takes two AAA batteries that are provided for you, and those are going to go right here in the back side, just like that, underneath that cover. And then you're going to be good to go. So this is going to fit in handy in your tool bag. It's going to fit in a drawer. It's going to fit in a pocket. It's not going to get in the way of anything. It's going to be nice, simple, easy to use. But you're just going to have to, the only thing about this is that you're going to have to slide it all around wherever you think your stud is. You're going to have to find the screw. Now, I've got it real easy to find the screw now, but if that was back behind the wall, might be a little bit more challenging. Okay, so when sheetrockers are doing corners, they will typically use a metal corner. And you can see how the stud finder adheres to that because it's metal. Okay, so I just hung this TV in my daughter's room. So I know that there's a stud right here, and I also know that it's back behind the wall several inches. And so what I would have to do with this stud finder is actually try to find a screw behind the sheetrock. And that's going to be a challenge. You're going to move this up, you're going to move this down. I don't feel anything clinging to these magnets, and so I'd have to slide it up all around the wall. So if you don't have an idea where your stud is, then it's going to be really difficult using this particular stud finder. As a matter of fact, I think on every single doorway there's a stud, but I can't seem to find the stud. Now, I do know that there is a stud 11 inches off this wall, and so I should be able to find. So you just got to find the screw. It's just going to take some time when you're using this, but once it does find a screw, it should grab hold of that, and you should be able to mark your stud from the top to the bottom.